You might see activity there. Some other pages, you might not be able to see certain things. That's okay. But on my main profile, for some reason, it is working a little better than my main profile. But I'll go ahead and actually stream on YouTube. So shout out if you follow me on YouTube. I want to say thank you. I am back with my account, my Restream account. As you all know, a couple of days, it was actually, I mean, a couple of months ago, it was actually restricted for some violation that Facebook and YouTube said. However, I mean, YouTube and Facebook said I did some kind of violation on it. Whatever it is, I have no idea. But at least I was able to get my page back and running today. So I will now be coming on live, including on Saturday about 9 o'clock in the morning. We will be back on live with Unapologetic. Hopefully, we will kick it off this coming Saturday with Isaac Jackson, Peter Quinn, myself, and then Gabriel Carter. So you don't want to miss that. Hopefully, let me go ahead and and say that. Look, y'all do me a favor, share the link. And I know some people said some other people on and this. I listen. Let me tell you this: we have a wider base of people to communicate with. Our message needs to get across. I'm here to talk about 100% CPP. This is a pro CPP, conversation. So I will appreciate if CPP members can support the platform, right? I know the other people that talk on behalf of the CPP. Clearly, I do understand that. However, when we have information that needs to be shared, we can't wait around. We got to go ahead and hop on that information as well. So, notwithstanding, you heard the song. I started off with this beautiful song today. And I think since we have a few more people joining us, I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to play it briefly again until we kick this thing off. I'll probably do that. We can probably just briefly play. Let's see here. We can try to play something a little bit, right? And hopefully, let's go ahead and do that so people can hear the new song. So I played this song by Vernon Cry. He's the young man from the ANC. He's the one that created the song called Wave Your Flag. And Wave Your Flag's been a popular song within the realms of the CPP. I kid you not. A lot of people here Wave Your Flag. They know that this young man is gifted. So let's play it shortly while we share the link. I want to get people on. I got to share in the CPP chat room. So, pardon me. Yeah, man. All right, perfect. So if you need a copy of this song, let me know. I'll send you the link to it. But I want to start. So let's go ahead and kick off something. Tonight, I got a lot of G's for you. Next thing, I think I started with a caption on social media that I want you all to continue to pay attention to. So where we started from, I said, a message to supporters of the CPP, do this or keep quiet. I also talk about the road to 2023. Is the CPP working to win your votes? CDC could win if. And then I said, there is a breaking news, an important news that if, right, truthfully speaking, there is a news. There is something out there. Share the link for me. There is something that is poised to happen if at all it goes down. If it happens, I think it's going to change the political dynamic of the entire election. I'm telling you, this is heavy. This is big. But you know what? I'm not surprised because I saw this coming, especially, look, when you try to play multiple games, when you try to, when you try to play multiple games, when you try to sit there and pretend as if you are the kingmaker, you run into these issues. And, it doesn't take long before it catches up to you. And when that time comes, you will have yourself to blame. So let me go ahead and kick this off with the first talking point that I want to address here today. And then we'll go ahead. Meanwhile, again, if you're here, this is a pro CPP platform. My people, let me tell you, we cannot continue to sit there and just wait on people to share our message. We have to do our due diligence in making sure that we're sharing message, we're bringing people on, we're letting people know that we're on these platforms and we need the support of everybody. Notwithstanding, let's go in the thick of things. So today I started off this particular caption, by saying that a message to the supporters of the CPP, right? Do this or keep quiet. It will start with tonight. So I've been observing, I've been hearing a lot of conversations about the CPP, right? Some people who support the CPP get a little frustrated and they call, on the shows, they use their social media platform and they make certain conversations, certain remarks about the efforts of the CPP, right? Okay, perfect. Granted, I know it isn't good fit. I know sometimes it comes from frustration when you're running, when you're supporting the ticket, you want things to be perfect, right? And so some of the frustration to justify. However, I think we just need to pump our brakes a little bit, right? And be honest with ourselves. So let's go into this. Support or the efforts when it comes to the campaign, when it comes to, the election, when it comes to a lot of other stuff, right? When it comes to those things, it is not only heavily reliant on, right, the campaign itself or the candidate himself. It is also our responsibility as supporters of a particular candidate to make sure we're doing all that we can to be able to support the message, to be able to spread the message, to be able to make sure that where we think certain things are lacking, that we can come and actually put our needed hands in it to make it work. Now, before I go further, let me say to all the people that's following the Unapologetic page, I say thank you. If you're on the YouTube page, I say thank you. I think there are 30 persons on YouTube. I see 5 persons on the Unapologetic page, and I think we have about 66 persons on my main profile here. So we have a pretty close to 100 persons watching. I appreciate that. So now let me say this here, and that number is taken from my software. I get to monitor all the pages while I'm up to make sure taking comments from all of those pages as well. So support comes from all front. And when we are getting upset about the efforts of a political campaign, about the efforts of people in the party, and how you think certain things should be going about, right? We need to be honest with ourselves. Are we doing what we're supposed to do to be able to give these people the motivation, especially the ones that are working? I will use myself as example. Sometimes I get frustrated. Sometimes we all do get frustrated. We come here, we put the message on, we're on these platforms, we're making a case for the campaign, for the party. But guess what? Majority of our people are not doing their share of the work. You will rather chase other platforms that are not, vested in your cause, right? And you will leave the people who are supporting your message, right, to struggle on their own, to continue to do this thing on their own, right? Then when you go on the other platforms that are not in support of your campaign, and you hear things that are going on, you can defend it. Then you come back frustrated and you want to run. Oh, who's controlling messaging out there? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? Well, I mean, you're not helping. You're not helping either. Because if you're going on somewhere like Spoon, all day you sit on social media, you sit on Spoon platform, you sit on this other platform, and you hear them talk all this rubbish, but you're not taking the time to support your own platform and your own people that are pushing the message, then you're part of the problem. You can't complain about what's going on. You can't complain about messaging. You can't get frustrated because you think certain things not going across because you're not doing the kind of work that's needed to be supportive. Absolutely. I will tell you, on this particular platform tonight, all the different channels that I'm actually using on YouTube, on the 2 other Facebook page, and the Unapologetic page, I would say majority of the people who are following, they are not regular CPP members. They're absolutely not. Where are the CPP people, CPP members? Trust me, all the people who support the CPP campaign, that support the messaging, where are they? Where are they? These are some of the issues that we continue to talk about. If you're just going to complain and you're not helping, you're not being involved, you're not being supportive of the messages, we put the messages out there, you're not doing anything, then just keep quiet. Absolutely keep quiet. You are good as just keeping damn quiet. Let nobody want to hear from you. Just sit down, complain all you want. Go and support the people you want to support. Don't say anything to anybody. Just go as it is. Because you're not supported. You absolutely aren't supported. This is the bottom line. This is the truth. All facts. Majority of the whiners and people who complain, they don't put in the work. They don't put in the level of support. They are not coming out there to push these messages that we need to get out there. But you will find them in the comment section of other things that are unimportant, counterproductive to their campaign or to the reasons why they should be fighting. I'm being serious, my people. Today, I want to talk the truth. I honestly want to talk the truth. We are our own problem in the CPP. We chase all these platforms, and some of these people cannot make the case like the people who support you, who you should be supporting. But you're all over on the platform because you chase clout. How do you think those other people got there? They got there by building their own thing. They got there by being supportive. They got there by pushing their own message. Nobody's going to push your own message for you. Absolutely nobody. You get on these shows, you're making the case for the party. You're doing a damn good job. Even other people from the other political parties are reaching out to you and telling you, do you know, let me tell you today, when I get off the closing arguments, the most people that I receive feedback from are people that are not in the CPP. You will find seditious reaching out to you and telling you, say, dude, man, you're making a case for the CPP. Dude, you're doing a good job. You're the only person, one of the few people from the CPP that's actually giving us hell over here. Where are our people? They're non-existent. And if even though on those shows they're not calling, they'll focus on the wrong things. When they open the lines and tell them to call, you will not see one call for them. Not that the other people are more than them, but the other people will call these phone lines. They will promote the candidates. They will send messages of gratitude to the people in studio that are making the case for the various political parties. They will go ahead and do it. They will absolutely go ahead and do it. But all of our people just run their mouths all day. They talk. I can assure you, if some of these political parties had the kind of firepower that we had, and they were actually using some of us, or they actually had some of us on the team, I can assure you they will be supportive. But so many of you are not supportive. I can assure you right now, if you leave this particular podcast and you go on another podcast as all, you will see more CPP members out there. It's a shame. It is a shame. An absolute shame. It is not. I mean, this is nothing to joke with, right? And I'm saying this, the reason why I'm saying this because people who are not supportive of the people who are making a case for them should just shut up. You have no right to complain. You have no right to talk about messages. You have no right to come back and say, oh, the people talking this here about Mr. Cummings will defend it, because you are not doing what's required to make sure you're pushing the message. It is a fact. You're not doing what's required to make sure they're pushing the message. And then you get upset when you hear something else out there. How can you be upset? You can't be upset. You can't be upset. That's hypocrisy to me. Because if you sit down all day and you just complain, then be honest with yourself. What are you doing to help the message? I can assure you, I have about 100 persons on this live, 70-something person on my personal profile. I have 30-something person, now it's 25 person on the YouTube page, the YouTube channel, and I have 5 person on my unapologetic page. And I can tell you, out of this number of 100 persons that's actually watching based upon the software I'm using here, I can tell you that a good 10 of those people are not members of the CPP. It is a fact. A good 10 of the 100 overall that's actually on this platform, on the software, using all the channel, they're non-CPP members. And you wonder why things are going the way it is in terms of you. And I will come down to the campaign a little bit and be truthful to some, because some of you are the same people who try to put something there that's totally untrue. Because you don't take the time to pay attention to what your party is doing, what the people are doing, the work they're putting in. You're only focused on chasing the negatives. And so you don't see the positive. This is part of the reason, and this is my message. This is why I started, and I said clear cut and simple. A direct message to members of the CPP. If you are not doing what you need to do to be supportive of the people who are spreading this agenda, then just keep quiet. You have no business complaining about shit. I'm serious. If you're not supportive of us, you're not supportive of all the work that we put in. We come on this Facebook Live, we're doing the job, we're making the argument, we're using our voices, and you're over there wasting your time on something else. Don't complain. Shut the hell up. I say it. Just how I can turn around and say the same things to other people, I will say it to y'all. Because it is a shame, it's disgraceful, it is embarrassing that some of you will not take your time and your effort to support the things that you need to be supportive of, but you run across every damn other stupid platform out there that will say negatives, and you feed into that shit, but you don't support the people who are doing all they can to put your message forward. I'm telling y'all, my people, if I show you about 50 messages after I get on the closing argument from people who appreciate what I do, there are none ANC or CPP members. I can tell you today, there are none CPP partisans. Absolutely true. CDCians will commend me. Even people from UP will commend me. Even people that are not in support of any political party, they will reach out and they will be very appreciative of the work that we're doing. There's some of the people in the CPP who said they're in support of this man. I'm being serious. I'm not cutting it. I'm saying the truth tonight. Because you're missing the point. You're caught up in unnecessary things. You're all over the place just talking rubbish all day. Chasing people that don't matter at all. Conversations that don't matter. Instead of pushing this message, instead of helping us share, instead of being on these podcasts and hearing what we have to say, the facts, all of the things, you're there wasting your time on unproductive stuff and not being supportive of your campaign and the people who are working to push this damn message. That's a shame. An absolute shame. And this is part of the reason why I have just moved into a point where I really don't give a damn. And I'll tell you, I come Facebook Live, I don't rely on people from the CPP or the ANC to watch my platform. Majority of the people who follow me, there are non-CPP members. I'll be serious. Even here tonight. Absolutely. Because, we got to start talking these things. It gets frustrating when people just run their mouths all damn day and complain when you are part of the damn process. Yeah, Miata Dakina there. Miata Dakina will go around sharing everybody. This girl is one of the most supportive and hardworking. Yeah, Beverly. Yeah, Eugenia, we just jumped into this thing here. All of these people will make the effort to make sure that they're pushing this agenda, doing the things that they need to do. But some of you are cloud chaser. You're cloud chasers. You don't want to build. You don't want to be supportive of your campaign. You don't want to do the things that you want to do, but you want to complain. And you expect people to continue to sit down and listen to you. It doesn't work that way. That's not how things go about. That's not how people engage. This is not how we go ahead and support an agenda. This is not the right way to support this man. And I'm only saying this today because you got to be truthful with your own people. You have to be truthful. You understand me? You have to be truthful. If you're not truthful, if you're not honest with your own people, then you don't have business in criticizing any other person. Okay? I'm telling you, a lot of you, it's a shame, it's an embarrassment, it is disgusting, it is sickening. I'm telling you. People take the time, the energy, the efforts, and y'all don't sit down to do the work, to put the time in. But y'all running all day. Y'all chasing people all damn day, running your mouths, talking things, getting frustrated. But none of you can make an argument for this man here. Absolutely none of you. But this is why today some of you continue to run into problems. This is why today some of you will continue to just be complainers. Because of your attitude, because of you. It is nothing else. It doesn't have anything to do with the campaign. It has everything to do with some of you, the damn supporters of the CPP. And I don't give a damn. I will say it as it is. Do you know the kind of heat that we've taken? Do you know what we've done? All right? They want ANC business. We don't. Me, my life was never taken away at the ANC party headquarters. Let me say it today. When I was in Liberia, I ain't tell the team, we'll get there. I don't want to open fire. I will let you know this. Because you'll sit down and just wonder, but you know what? It just happens to Cummings is a good man. And this man is poised to win that election, regardless of all the things that he's been through. I will get to that part. I will get to that part there shortly. We sit here, we use our own monies, our time, our resources, pay for airtime, put our shows on radio, do everything we need to do, get away from our work, travel to Liberia using our own resources and stuff. Y'all said that, y'all even said, but all day y'all want to be chasing, all day y'all want cloud chasing, stupid people, nonsense around here all damn day. You think people can't go and buy 1,000, 2,000 views and stuff and pump it up? Come on, man. Y'all can't sell your own message. You're looking for somebody to sell your message when you should be your own messenger. This is the logic. You're chasing people to talk good about you when they're not in support. You think you expect to hear anything good from Swoon? No. Or any other platform? No. Because that's not what they're there for. Their job is not to sell what you're looking, you're wanting them to sell. Their job is to propagate what they see necessary because this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. The most people that are supportive of some of us here are not CPP or ANC members. I'm being serious. I'm telling you all the truth today. The most people who support the work that we do, they are not CPP members. I'm telling you. Interestingly, they're either not associated with political parties, or maybe they like Mr. Comics, or they're from the other side. They respect the arguments that we make. I tell you this again, when I get off this platform, the most in terms of messages that I receive from CDC, from Unity Party, from people who support Mr. Cummings, I'm telling you the truth. And I'll say this all about the CDCs and stuff. One thing I respect them for, irrespective of everything they believe, and the president is a shithole president, is that they are very respectful. They respect people who battle. I'm telling you. I would get off that show and CDC people would randomly, some of them are not even friends with them. They would inbox me like, dude, thank you so much. But our big mouth people who sit down all damn day running the mouse, all over cloud chasing and stuff, they will not do any of the damn work. They will be the same people on the back end complaining every damn day. Yes, let me say that. It is the truth. So don't go complaining though about things when you're not supportive of the people who are spreading your message. It is a fact. All right? It is a fact. You want to chase other people. You want to chase here. You want to go there. You want to do this shit. All because you like Chicho Polo business instead of focusing on your damn campaign and sending your messages. This is part of the problem. I just want to throw this out here to you. So to conclude that segment here, I just want to say, I'm begging you, please, if you're not doing the work, you're not on these platforms, you're not sharing, you're not calling into radio, please don't bother any of us. Just keep your opinion to yourself because you're part of the problem. This thing is not one person. You don't show up to meetings, you don't do anything, you don't show up to event, you don't do anything. You can't even share a life. You can't even sit there, you can't even call into a radio station. Go sit down somewhere else. And I'm only saying this because we have to be truthful. And there's something that led to this, right? That's a reason why. Moving on to the next conversation. So one of the reasons why I decided to make that statement to call people out here tonight is because, when you sit down and you get when you get here, Saliki, what's up? When you get messages from other people from other political parties, from outside of the political party, and the first thing they say to you do, oh, on this show here today, the people said this is the rest of it and stuff. Then look, I said, what? Who's saying what again? Oh, they said the CPP in this, in doing this, that, the rest of it. Then some of your people say this, that, the rest. I said, oh, hold on 1 second. Let's go back a little bit. My people, let me tell you something here. I said the road to 2023 because, look, one of the things that I've been blessed to not be a talker on social media. I say all you want about me. I stayed as a member of the opposition from the time election ended on in 2017. Not one day did I change my voice. You didn't see me going to no other political party. Okay? I didn't jump like other people who were running the mouths today and say, let me go ahead and join CDC. I have been very consistent in my message. I have been very determined to be supportive of Mr. Cummings and his agenda for Liberia. I'm being serious. Even when I went to Liberia, when I was not 100% okay, I went to that country
right, to register to vote. In addition to registering to vote, to get out there in the hot sun, communities go community door to door. And God willing, we'll be back there again. We did our part. We play our part. But one of the things that we need to be very careful with is how people put certain message across. That it becomes misleading, it becomes untruthful, or because certain people have not taken on the responsibility. Again, I told you to follow the platforms, to listen to this information, and know what is actually going on in the CPP. Because if people are informed, if people are paying attention, they will not listen to gossip outside. This is political season, my people. Everybody got their own motive. Some people will intentionally distort the message to put their own spin on it because they want to make themselves heard or they want to make themselves feel important. Let me tell you this nonsense. From the time the election ended in 2017, the ANC has been the only political party among every political party, including the ruling establishment, that has been working. Let's get the facts straight. Because some of you are not constantly following the activities of the ANC. You sit on social media and you just run your mouth, you just talk. I repeat, since 2017, the political party with the most action in terms of this structure has been the ANC. I have been part of that process. The ANC have used auxiliaries. They have used the party. They have done a lot of work. Right before the finale of the CPP, before everything came together, the ANC was doing work in communities. There were community mobilization. I led that process from the young people end, where we were helping to recruit young people and to put together a plan of action. So, when people talking on social media sometimes, I just want them to be quiet because you don't know the full story. Everybody's not going to come on social media and explain strategies here. Nobody will do that. But at least things that are visible, that's been out there, we will talk it. The ANC has been the only political party amongst every political party in that country that's been working since 2017. I led the process. I was part of the formation of the idea wherein we were working. Okay? There are several things that we did. ANC Global split that into adapted county. They use different places, different groups to take care of different operations. And if you look back, if you want to be truthful, consistently speaking, a lot of work was being done. Now, I don't care how politically you're strong or how wealthy you are, what structure you have. You cannot cover every ground. What you have to do is be strategic and look at your places of interest. When I see somebody on a show who lives in Nimba County and say, oh, the CPP ain't doing anything in Nimba, I ask you, are you politically inclined? Because why would the CPP want to waste their time in Nimba County? Let's be truthful. Why would the CPP want to waste its time in Nimba County? That's something we got to teach some of y'all again. No, we don't have to teach some of y'all. Since 2017, the ANC as a political party has been working. Since 2017, my people, been working. Meetings after meeting, work after work, all these things, even on the ground. And you will have your own perception about how things are done. I get it, but the idea, they were working. Recently, when I led the mobilization recruitment effort, we were using teams of young people into districts. During COVID time, even though people couldn't gather, when we were distributing those supplies and doing all these things and doing messaging, we were doing recruitment, going into districts, collecting information, and whatever it is, working. How many political parties in 2017 you saw in Liberia working like the ANC? Absolutely not much. So when people come on this platform and talk about the CPP or the people ain't working doing this, just stop this thing. Yes, there are challenges. I wouldn't lie. But these challenges, the challenges being faced, they're not only exclusive to the ANC, it's with every political party. What would you say about the Unity Party? You think Unity Party members aside that? No. I talked to them all the day. I was in Liberia. The Unity Party people structure have not been working. The only thing that Unity Party has been relying on is the brand name. But if you want to tell me there's been an existing Unity Party structure that's been working since 2017, you got to be kidding. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, my people. Just stop this nonsense. All the CPP doing it, y'all just complaining us. Y'all look for everything to criticize. Just stop it. These people are working. These people are working. Did you not see Ava with a group of mobilizers, women? You think that's not work? You think that's not being strategic? Why you expect people to be on live all the time, want to be strategic, going to places? And let me tell you, you got to be very careful about the information that you're receiving from people in Liberia. Some people, let me tell you the truth today. Our people, some of our people, very funny when they kind of, the people ain't reaching to us, they talk, no, trust me, we know the kind of lecture. Some of these people there, they want money, they want stopping. They think some people sort of take money and throw it in their hands and stuff. It doesn't work that way. I was in Liberia, my people, I saw it. I went to work. You know what I did? I realized in Liberia, I said, instead of me criticizing, I'm going to work and work myself. Because, look, this thing with political parties in Liberia is not only the ANC, it's every political party. I realized Liberia as a whole, if you want to get things done, you got to do it yourself. And I did it. Because some of the people who are supposed to be working when you go there, Liberian, they just don't want to move. So if you need to get your message across, you go ahead and work. You do what you need to do to get it done. It didn't stop me. I went there and worked, and I knew what I heard. Yes, the Liberian people has been frustrated about the opposition and stuff, but this notion that the people, that Unity Party boycott, it's a damn lie. I don't know how many times we'll continue to tell you guys this nonsense. Excuse me. It's a damn lie. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a damn lie. It's a damn lie. All right? Be careful about the information you hear on social media. All the noise, they're presently working up, and let it go. Every organization, you'll find things that are not perfect, but it's not just about criticizing all day. It is about rising to the occasion. Mr. Cummings putting in the work. Mr. Cummings' approach to election is different. It's about relationships with those important people that he needs to be in relationship with. And when I say relationship, I mean political relationships that's going to yield dividends. Your team this man came this far by just being sitting on the couch and not doing anything? No. You think that ANC continue to exist since 2017 today because people are not working? No. The blessing that the ANC had was ANC Global. Thanks to ANC Global, work was done. And there are things that will be beneficial to this campaign now because of the efforts of the ANC Global. Some of you just talk all day. How many of you have signed up for Call Liberia? If even you support a political party, but you hear say Global got something called Call Liberia, get numbers and call people. Talk to them about Mr. Cummings. How many of you have volunteered your time? I want to know how many of you. Your team, other people just sitting down. Do you know how many of your friends that sit down here today, they were sitting down and calling Liberia to talk to people in Liberia? You don't call that work? You don't call people putting time and effort and strategies? You know how many people in the diaspora that are not working with in-party structure, that have groups and auxiliaries in different places, that have been working since 2017? I know a lot of them. I went somewhere to go campaign, to go mobilize for Mr. Cummings. I went into a place, a guy that lived in Ohio, that we don't even know on social media as part of the ANC, had an auxiliary there that was already propagating the message of Mr. Cummings. I was shot in the Marshall area. In the Marshall area, my people, I went there and I saw a group being led by a man in Ohio. Okay? That's not part of the regular ANC structure that was actually mobilizing people. I went into District 17 to talk about ABC, and I saw people who have not come in any kind of, they did not encounter members of the political party. mobilizing because of other people in the diaspora or somebody in our community. You think people are not working? The ANC's been the hardest working political party. The only issue there is that we have a society as in Liberia, wherein sometimes our people are difficult to deal with. But if you want me to be honest with you, as somebody who's been at the forefront, I can tell you, my people, we have been doing the work, and the work is still being done. You know how many meetings are held? You know how many conversations are held? You know how many people are doing that? You know how many people are leaving to go to Liberia now from the diaspora? You know how many Liberians in the diaspora left to go register to vote? You think those things only happen because people were sitting on their asses? No. Through coordinated efforts. So when you come on this platform and say CPP not working, stop the misinformation. You have no idea. You're discounting, you're discrediting the work of people who are busting their asses from the family to make sure that things are happening, not only for this political party, but for the sake of Liberia. Just stop this nonsense. Just stop this nonsense. Some of us went to Liberia in a heat. After X amount of years, we went there walking around in markets, in places that we shouldn't have even been in, risking ourselves in the middle of the night, talking about coming. I went in Support Breach in the middle of the night, met a group of over 20, 30 young people in that area and stuff. Y'all think our political party were giving our money to do it? No, we're using our own money. Sometimes it takes the effort of all of us, my people. All of us. Y'all stop discounting the work of other people. Yes, there are challenges. There are other people who are doing things. I'm not going to go into that. But there are people. Look at the little chapter on the East Coast, the Rhode Island area. They just had a little small fundraiser there. Some people couldn't attend because people are going to Liberia. You know, and you get something that people are getting on the flights and going to Liberia. But these people are still fighting, raising money because they want to get on ground to go to work. There's an advanced team of Liberians in the diaspora who are getting there in support of the CPP. They're going there to work. They're going there to mobilize. They're going there to do what they need to do to put people together. You think these people are not working? Or you just sit on social media and just talk rubbish all day? Just stop this nonsense. Y'all give credit to people. Y'all give credit. The ANC's been a hard-working party. Say all you want to say. Amongst all the political... Look, I went to Liberia and I assessed structure. The CPP had the most structures, especially outside of Liberia, than any other political party. I can tell you this. How you say people, you know, ANC, but you go talking and they talk about ANC. Something wrong with you? That thing are all propaganda, the social media propaganda. I tell you, you'll start listening to it. When I went Liberia to get on social media, it was hard. Facebook, it was very hard. The network connectivity issue was not easy. It was so frustrating. I got tired. I said, you know what? I'm not even wasting my time. Because I took my iPhone and I couldn't even, my iPhone features could not even work fully. Radio station said I was not listening to it that much. Let me tell you the truth today, my people. Because when you're busy, when you're hustling, when you're knocking on doors, you got time for all of those things. Yes, I met challenges, but those challenges were not, you know, way more overwhelming than, you know, the work that I went to do. So people are working. And the road to 2023 did not just start in 2023. It started from 2017. The relationships, the work that's been done. Everything won't be perfect. You gain some, you lose some. You make strides like in Lima County, you do some work over there, and things based upon the way the political dynamics went, you know, you shift. You move on to something else. That's how it is. You know, that's how it is. You know, but y'all criticize everything, and y'all need to be truthful. If we are being critical, right? If we are being critical, then ask yourself, please do ask yourself, yes, I'm being critical. What am I doing to help? As I said this today, I'm on live right now. I got about 177 persons, 76, 77 persons on my profile page. I got about 4 persons on my other unapologetic page. And on the YouTube channel, I have about 29, 30 persons on YouTube. So about 100 persons that's watching this podcast from the back end of my studio here that I'm looking at. And I said the most people who are watching tonight, they're either pro Mr. Cummings supporter, people who are not members of the CPP stuff, but those CPP members that are supposed to be supporting us and the messages we're putting forth. They're not here to chasing gossip. This is a crucial time. These are crucial time where you're supposed to be supportive of your platform and your people and sharing the message and the information. Where are you all? We'll get on tomorrow again. We'll get on radio. We'll get on a closing argument. We'll get on all the other radio stations and stuff. We'll call OKF and all these places. Y'all will not call again. But then people will complain about everything going on, everything that they see. We have to be serious. And we have to be intentional in our efforts. Let me tell you this. For me, I compete to win. And I don't sit down and defeat myself or try to say, oh, there's that, the rest. No. You got to battle. Nothing's perfect. I was with the Unity Party in 2017, and I know how tough it was. Those guys were scared to come out. Look at fuck up man like Stevie Johnson. Do they run their mouth? Stevie Johnson could not even come up because CDCs were killing them. I had to come out to talk for the Unity Party. Hey, I lost my main page. I had a page of over 15, 16,000 followers. The one that I went with the US, the Liberian embassy and stuff, I had two. That page was my biggest page. I lost it because of supporting the ANC. I lost my page today. That's what this page is. This page is just a page that I just put there out of frustration and said, let me do it. But I had my main page. I lost my page because of this in politics business. I have built an audience on that page. Those who follow me on that page will know I built an audience on that page. I did a lot of promotion in 2017 for the Unity Party on that particular page. We made an argument. But I will tell you this, even during those moments, when the Unity Party, we knew all from the back end that the Unity Party was catching hell. I look at stupid George Lobo today that the people, I coached George Lobo how to come out to talk. That ain't running around today talking and stuff that I'm going to go there to talk. The Unity Party were out there and stuff. We knew how hell it was. Even the day that we knew that CDC had won that election, we were still firing from all over. I came up and started posting stuff. The Ghanaian newspaper, I will find an article and share on my page again. Tell a story with my profile page. I have pushed on the propaganda that the Ghanaian president had congratulated GMB, said you won the election. That thing caused problems. Sam Jackson had to call me and say, "Man, stop what you're doing." Because of the things that we did, the messaging. I'm saying this to say, when you're in battle, when you're working, when you're pushing an agenda, you got to be committed to an agenda. You got to be supportive. One thing I will tell you about them, though, that people are supportive. They were not, you go, you talk shit about the Unity Party on a platform, they're not going there to support it again. They will focus on their own. But our people in the CPP, you will follow a stupid spoon that will say shit about you all day. That's where you go. When your people out here having and talking and pushing your message, you're not there. You're running, paying attention to gossip. And then when you're listening to gossip from people who are not in support of your agenda, then you take a frustration on the people who are working. Just stop that. Just stop it. Just learn to appreciate the people and stop complaining every day. It is not easy to deal with the Liberian people. There were over 30 Liberians on Bujumbura camp today that are going to vote. It was not easy. Call from Liberia. I sat on that call today talking. I knew the depths of our problem. You think somebody had to tell me to go do it? It was not part of ANC effort or CPP effort. It was my own initiative because somebody in my family, in my household, thought it was based upon all the things that I do on social media. I said, oh, let's call. There's some people here. I need to talk to them, the registered voter. I'm telling you. So I took that time and started talking to them. I think I went live for you to listen a little bit today. And we were talking to those people. Well, not easy. But I was talking to them. I was talking to them. You got to make the sacrifices, the commitment. We come here. We can't ask nobody for cash out, donate to the platform, that platform. We don't do that shit. We ran a show on radio Unapologetic that was costing us about 500 plus, for 2 episodes. How do you think it was paid for? You think it was paid by for political party? They were paid by us. Then we went to the Freedom FN. I took our money and ain't pay our money back since then again. Ask me after that, Kenya. Where you think was coming from? Did you see us come here? We are pro CPP platform being supportive of this agenda. But a lot of you who are in support of Mr. Cummings will not even have the audacity to sit down and be supportive of the things that people are doing. But you will sit down all day and complain. You'll be under the gossip stuff, on the necessary stuff, when they talk nonsense about the political party, and then you wonder, oh, who's there to counter the message? Well, we're countering the message, but you're not listening because you're basic. You're being distracted by something that's not productive to you or the institution. Or the institution. How do you think the message will go? How do you think things will happen? How do you think people will listen to what your people are selling? How do you think things will work? You think it will work by you just running and just talking nonsense all day? Or being supportive of people who are just talking rubbish all day? No, it's not going to work. It's going to work by you building your own people up and being supportive of your own people and doing what you need to do. All over. And some of you ain't got shame. The same people that insulted this man, disrespected him, you find ANC people all on their posts. That's how disgraceful it is, CPP people. And it's so sad because you guys are not helping. And y'all need to stop. That's why I will put y'all on blast. And I don't give a damn who feels offended, but the truth needs to be told. When we're working our butts off, we don't need anything from nobody, but y'all need to stop this stuff and be supportive of the people who are pushing your messages instead of propagating negative message. One thing I hate, don't go be supportive or encourage conversations that are completely counterproductive to what we're doing. People who are just criticize and don't know the work that other people are putting in, and you say, oh yeah, no, just stop it. It's not the truth. The CPP is working. The people's been working. They're doing work. The people up tonight. In Liberia right now, the people up tonight having meeting, my people. I'm going to say it. There are people working tonight. Then you say you call it working? The people working tonight. I look at the time. I said, damn, you guys are still over there. The people working together as late as you know what time it is in Liberia now? 10, 11, 12, probably 2 o'clock in the morning. The people working, my people. Nah. The people from the CPP working right now in Liberia. I'm not lying. I'm telling you. Okay? The people working. Some of y'all don't know these things. You think that people can't spill things on social media here to tell you what they're doing and stuff in an environment like this? Come on, man. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to stop it. So let me go to my other point here before I come to that G's I was telling you about a little bit. Now that I answer your question, the CPP is working. This is political season. The political time. You got to be careful with the messages that are out there, the things that people say. Some people are just there intentionally to defeat you, to defeat your energy, to take that energy away from you. You cannot allow them. You cannot feed into that BS. That's what they do. That's why you hear all of this nonsense on social media. Some of these people, that's what they're there for. Don't buy into that nonsense. The CPP is working. Look at Charlene Brumsky. Just yesterday, that young woman, you ain't catching what she's doing. Charlene is strategically going after the people that matters. Look at Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings was in Caldwell today. Y'all know about that? Mr. Cummings was in Caldwell today. The people had a low floor there or something there. Storm that took the roof of people, and you were there engaging the people. The CPP intellectual group there had a tournament that ended today. All right? People are working all over the place to make ends meet, to make sure that this party is surviving. But some of you sit down there, you don't run. All the people not working. No, people are working. Stop being negative. Be supportive of your people. When you see your people on this platform talking, go ahead and support. Come there. Call into the shows. Pick up the phone. Do the least that you can do. You're over there giving views and audience to people that are not supportive of you all day. Okay? But you don't even have the guts to tell your people who are talking thank you. Because you're just crowd followers. I say this. The most people that will say, y'all, thank you for what you're doing are CDCs and UP people. I'm telling you. I'll show you my inbox right now. I will tell you. Some of them I don't even know. Randomly said, dude, you're making a lot of kids for these people, though. I'm telling you. All right? Look at Kev. Me and myself never been politically aligned and stuff. He came and said, Kev called me one day and stuff, personally. I think it was 2 weeks ago. He said, look, let me tell you something. Politics aside, He said, I got a lot of admiration, respect for you. He said, let me just put aside. He said, because of what you do, to see somebody this consistent and just continue to talk. He said, I see how you give us hell on that show. But I just wanted to call. He didn't have my number, can't form my number from somebody and reach out to me. Pick up the phone and reach out to me. This is somebody who's a seditian. All right? I'm saying this because I think it is critical for many of you to understand that you have to be supportive of the things that you believe in. Start acting like caught that chicken all over the place, chasing platform around that are not supportive of you. Then you won't get there and say, oh, certain things ain't happening and stop. Just stop it. We need to be better and we need to do better than that. And I just needed to sound this off because I know some of you will not like the tone, the mannerism, but I will say what I need to say. Because in the end, this is not about me. It is about all of us. It's about making sure that all of us are doing what we need to do. And I need to put fire on your back, like Toro, so you can know. Now, two of my last final point before I get off here, because I know other people got to come up today, is this. You know? So I didn't say CDC could win it all. And some people got carried away. Like, what is he talking about? Guess what I mean by that? I went to Liberia and I observed. And I wish one of these days, Emmerich and myself will have the opportunity to come on Facebook Live so we can talk about this. I observe. I'm not saying there are not challenges in Liberia. But I will tell you this. Mr. Cummings got a chance to win the election in Liberia. The reason why I said CDC will win if Liberians get stupid enough to say, or some of you who are obsessed with Joseph Boyka and the Unity Party, and say that you're putting Joseph Boyka and the Unity Party in the second round, which I know is not going to happen, CDC will win that election. A matchup between CDC and the Unity Party means that George Weah is re-elected. I'm telling you, because contrary to the propaganda, I keep telling you, y'all stop falling for Unity Party propaganda on social media. Hear it from me. Stop falling prey to Unity Party propaganda on social media. That thing is all a fallacy. I'm telling you, and I'm being truthful. Another thing, some of y'all go to Liberia, sit down in one pocket, and y'all come with your own opinion and stuff. We went to several counties in that area. I went to several communities. I'm not talking because I want to talk. I'm being honest with you. Look at where you are and make that determination. Unity Party and the CDC together means an automatic win for George Weah. There's no way the Unity Party can beat CDC in any election. I'm being truthful with you. I'm saying that George Weah automatically wins an election if it is the Unity Party and CDC. Because I'm telling you, in as much as the Liberian people are fed up with the George Weah administration, and rightfully so, they are tired with Weah. I'm telling you. That's why you see me. You can see me attacking CDC too much. No, because the people, those voters, Metro voter, the one that I can't talk to, they will tell you, they're already tired with the CDC administration. But I can say this to you. I can say this to you. If you want Liberians to not show up to vote and just say, you know how to help with this stuff, put the Unity Party against CDC and George Weah win. Liberians do not want the Unity Party or Joseph Boyka. That's why I keep trying to tell some of you who are talking and running your mouths on social media and talking about the CPP this and this, that, not working, this, that. The people say there's something. Stop listening to that bullshit. The Liberian people are reminded that they're in this mess today because of the Unity Party. And you know what, O'Brien? Mr. Cummings had no business joining the Unity Party or these people in the collaboration. People who tell you that Mr. Cummings had no business joining the Unity Party in the collaboration, do you think that they will vote for George Weah? There are a lot of seditians. Don't mind that nonsense. You see your people running with blue t-shirts. Don't fall for that nonsense. The seditians who have not yielded the type of results that they thought they voted for in George Weah, that want to vote against him, that will not support a Unity Party over a George Weah. The better chance to defeat the CDC is the CPP. Mr. Cummings got a unique way of pulling the base of voters that are needed to take the Congress for Democratic Change down. Let me repeat. Mr. Cummings got a unique skill set and a structure that comes with everything needed to win an election against Josh Weah. You put Cummings and Weah in the second round, it's an automatic win for Alexander Cummings against Josh Weah any day. You put Joseph Butler against CDC, I can assure you there will be low voter turnout. People will intentionally stay away from voting because they do not want to either cast the ballot for CDC, neither do they want to cast the ballot for Joseph Butler. I can tell you, if you really want Liberia to move from George Weah, vote against the Unity Party because your better chance, or the best chance that you have to win an election against CDC is a CPP ticket. It's a CPP ticket. That's a fact. But any election with the Unity Party and CDC means an automatic win for George Weah. I can assure you that. They will not vote for Joseph Boyka. Don't mind the UP people and the propaganda. I'm telling you, my people, they will not vote for a Joseph Boyka. Hello, Liberians will not vote for a Unity Party. I can tell you that. People are frustrated with the happenings in the country. They're frustrated with the government. They're frustrated with the economic issues. They're frustrated with everything going on. They want to remove Josh Weah, but they will not vote for the Unity Party because there is a deep disgust, a deep hate, a deep dissatisfaction when it comes to anything Unity Party in the Republic of Liberia. Let me share a story with you. I went to a gallery and stuff was sitting down, and we saw a group of women. And this woman said, you know, I ain't even know why I will vote for this year because I'm not satisfied with what I say. I said, what do you mean you got Mr. Cummings on the ticket? She said, my son, Mr. Cummings came all over paying attention. I don't like the fact that Mr. Cummings went and supported those evil people. So I said, but if Mr. Cummings had not done that, people are going to say he don't want to work with nobody. So he had to do what he had to do to make sure, tell the Liberian people that he was doing his best to give Liberians a chance. She said, yeah. She said, so I talked her and I said, but what do you make of the other two parties? She said, my son, let me tell you. She said, we all know what's going in the country here. And the TV people pour through with CDC. She said, but nobody in the right mind will vote for Unity Party. And because I don't want to vote for CDC and I don't want to vote for Unity Party, I would just sit down and say, but man, you can't do that. She said, listen, I will do that. Because moving Josh Weah and replacing him with Joseph Boyka, that's the same thing. There's no difference. That the same people who frustrated us, the same people that made someone ought to vote for Josh Weah today. We cannot go back and pull and cast our vote for the same people. I'm speaking simple, like brain English people. This woman told me, and this is a pattern across the country. You come across people that will tell you they do not want to vote for a Joseph Boyka. I'm telling you, my people, they said they don't want to vote for a Unity Party of a Joseph Boyka. They would rather not vote. Or some people say, well, let's see this stay. So if you make a mistake and you force this man on the Liberian people, you're wasting your time because George Weah will get re-elected again. I'm not saying it to be nasty. I am being a realist. I'm telling you, the greater chance that you have to change that government in that country is to make sure that Mr. Cummings and Charlene Brumkin makes it to the second round. A Cummings Brumkin ticket against CDC means an automatic end to the Weah administration. I can assure you that. I can assure you. And from all indications, the Unity Party will not make it to the second round. Why do you think when Musa Ability come on air, Musa Ability is always confident about this? Have you asked yourself, why is Musa Ability always confident when he comes and he say the CPP will be in the second round? You think he's just talking because he want to talk? That Dylan there you will listen to? My people, Dylan there are leeches. People like Dylan rely on other people for political success. Dylan is not a standalone political candidate. Yombly is not a standalone political candidate. Those people gain political prominence at the expense of other people. People like that add no value to the Joseph Boyka ticket. So I don't pay my mind. There's something that Musa Ability is saying that he continues to tell you that the CPP will be in the second round. Your team Musa Ability is just talking. Your team he just kind just talking because he want to talk. Musa Ability is saying something on the back end that's telling him that the Unity Party is not making it to the second round. My people, you're listening to me. Lofa County, there's a different political ball game in Lofa County. Joseph Baka is not winning 60% or even 50%. If at all he wins, it is more likely that the CDC win the election in Lofa County. Listen to me. The most likely outcome in Lofa County, worst case scenario, CDC wins. Best case scenario for the Unity Party, Joseph Baka is or will probably less than 30% margin, or whatever it is of the voting, or it's going to be neck to neck. If Joseph Baka does not win by 80+% or 75% of the votes in Lofa County, the Unity Party is not making it to the second round. Y'all stop listening to people. I'm telling y'all, listening to what I have to tell you. The Unity Party is in the top position. Joseph Baka hasn't been the kind of political candidate that can win vote outside of Lofa County. Politically speaking, the electoral map speaking, if we have to use that lingo, there's nothing that shows that this old man has got the political strength to be able to make the type of gains that he needs politically outside of Lofa County. Even with the presence of Prince Johnson on the ticket in Nima County, they are not even going to. No, Nima County now is up for grabs. Excuse me. There are a lot of things going on in Nima County that makes it difficult. The only party will clear path to win an election or making it to the second round in the CPP. The doors are wide open for the CPP. They can play in Monserrate County. They can win the Bassa Belt. My people, the CPP will be in the second round. Y'all stop the fun. Y'all stop fooling Unity Party and Joseph Baka. I know what I know. In 2017, that political party was completely decapitated. And the reason why the political structure was non-existent in every major political counties in that country. And the repeat is happening again. Mr. Cummings is politically mature. Mr. Cummings will have the resources. Mr. Cummings built the kind of relationship needed to make political gains. And so the map, the quest for victory for the CPP is more widened than the Unity Party. Because Joseph Baka stands the risk of losing an election in Lofa County. And if he doesn't put the kind of numbers that's required in Lofa County, he's not making the second round. Because you're not winning Nima County like that. So we have to be very true. Now it is time for strategies. It is mostly strategies versus empty talk. I'm telling you, political strategies versus empty talk. That's what it's about. This is what it's about now. Political strategies. That's what it boils down to. So the pressures on the Unity Party, while the CPP will continue to play the game that it needs to play in the areas that it needs to play. That's why when I look at some of you talking about the CPP now, where you think the CPP got to be all over the country. No, they don't have to be all over the country. They can be smart, politically effective, surgical in places that matters the most. And the places that matters the most is where they're wasting their resources, they're pouring their resources and the time. This puts me in the position where I need, with all the work they've done, with all the relationships that they've built, all the things that they've done, it tells me that the CPP will be in the second round. And I'm telling you this, continue to live in La La Land with the Unity Party. Mark this here. I've told you this before. Some of you I see on a platform, oh, they're pressing to it for me. Nah, go back to my live podcast. Many of the things I said on my podcast, they came to fruition. I knew those things. I already knew it. Some of these things I can't say it now because when you're in certain position, you can't disclose certain things. The same way I told you, I said, if Joseph Baka stay in the CPP and go on to the primary, Mr. Cummings are going to win. The things that I knew why Cummings are going to win the primary. And they ran. When the Unity Party was getting ready to pull out, I told you months before that the Unity Party will exit. What did I know? I knew it. And it doesn't even have to come from the CPP circle because I'm connected. We know these things. Finally, my people, now that we've gone off here, we will be returning with Unapologetic next week. And the team and myself will be back on to be able to educate. So next Saturday, Hopefully, we'll act. It's gonna be a heavy one. We'll possibly have Isaac Jackson next Saturday with Peter Quay and Gabriel, and hopefully we can make the arrangement for the radio station. And so the debut of Unapologetic on next Saturday. We'll post the flyers once we finalize everything. By midweek, you'll be able to see that. We'll be back on the air on next Saturday on Unapologetic. I'll make sure we'll confirm that on Wednesday along with our guests. But this is the news I wanted to give you. You're ready for it. So I told you that a big political news will probably drop on Monday or tonight. I'm not going to drop it tonight, but follow the closing argument tomorrow. Tommy George will have a breaking news for y'all. But let me say this. We have roughly about 78, 80 days to election in Liberia. Brace yourself. There are a lot of things that will be happening. A lot of political maneuvers will be occurring. Ladies and gentlemen, as of yesterday, there is a complete rift within the Unity Party when it comes to the relationship between the MDR and the Unity Party. As you all can recall, there's still not an agreement that's been signed by the Unity Party and the MDR. And reason being, there's some political things that needs to be worked. The problem here is individuals from the Unity Party are resisting. And so this is why you saw Prince Johnson over the last couple of days started to use his other trump card, right, to start engaging the CDC. As I speak to you tonight, I can confirm that there's been 3 meetings held by Prince Johnson and the CDC. The details of that meeting, I cannot give with certainty at this time. But the question you should be asking, why is Prince Johnson having a meeting with the CDC? Well, it is believed, it is being whispered, that there are individuals within the circles of the MDR, the Unity Party, and other people outside who believe that based upon all those saying, including a potential rift between the MDR and the UP, that this could cost the Unity Party a ticket to the second round. There's an even big political news that will be unveiled tomorrow, hopefully, on the closing argument. So because of the meeting that was held by Prince Johnson and elements of CDC, some individuals from the Unity Party reached out to the MDR, a little upset and frustrated that Prince Johnson is having conversation with the CDC. And through that conversation, the executive chat room that had Prince Johnson, Jeremiah Cole, and other elements of the MDR, about 5 persons from the MDR exited, including Prince Johnson, from that chat room that was created to discuss the way forward. Tomorrow, a delegation from the Unity Party will be moving, reaching out to Prince Johnson for a conversation. I'm told that this particular argument between both parties is causing a lot of issues. And to add insult to injury, the situation with Yeke Koluba are being upset at the Unity Party and believe that there's some kind of double dealing that's going on is not creating more issues in the Unity Party, wherein there are people in the party that believe that the former vice president orchestrated that along with Jeremiah Cole to put somebody in the race against Yeke Koluba. And so you have a rift between people who are supporters of Yeke Koluba in the Unity Party, people who are supporters of the MDR, and then people who are supporters of Joseph Boyka that feel a little NC about Prince Johnson continuing to engage the CDC. And so there's this huge spill. But I can tell you that there's been several meetings by executives from the CDC and the MDR, including Prince Johnson, discussing about whatever arrangement that they've been discussing. I know one of the person that was actually included in that particular meeting was Eugene Nambwe. In addition to Eugene Nambwe, Akaras Gray was actually involved in that particular meeting with Prince Johnson. So there's been several meetings with CDC and Prince Johnson. Continue to watch that because I'm telling you, something's about to happen. I'm just going to let you know in the beginning, brace yourself for it, but it's not looking good. The Unity Party is falling apart. There's a lot of rifts. There's this confusion about the arrangement with the MDR, and as it stands, people in the Unity Party are concerned that Prince Johnson is having several meetings with the CDC, which does not really go down well with elements within the Unity Party that support the Joseph Boycott. So that's what the news I wanted to drop here tonight. We have images again, we have pictures, and listening. We have another audio that was leaked to us. We will release that audio eventually, but I'm telling you, this is a shocking audio that will blow your minds away. Benani Ure, at the time he and Joseph Boyka was actually in this arrangement, in the initial arrangement, Benani Ure reaching out to people to work along with them to support Joseph Boyka because he believed that Boyka may not live long and there's possibility that they will be able to take over from him. I'm telling you, man, a lot of things happening, including this meeting with Prince Johnson and CDC. But tomorrow, follow the closing argument. There is going to be another bombshell, big story. But this one is even bigger because now, as it seems, Prince Johnson, based upon the agreement with the Unity Party that they cannot reach, his frustration with not getting certain things that he wants in terms of campaign seats, in terms of other perks and ministries based upon the arrangement, Prince Johnson is not backsliding and going to the CDC. It is possible that he believes that based upon all that has happened, the Unity Party may not make it to the second round, and there could be a possible relationship or some kind of political alignment in the second round with the CDC, and that's where this is going. So, on that note, my people, I want to say thanks to all of you for following this episode of the Emergency Unapologetic. We're going to be back again next week on the debut of Unapologetic. This time around, hopefully, with the man, the myth, the legend, Isaac Jackson, along with Peter Quay and Gabriel Tito Carter and Ember Benson Eco. I'm telling you, my people, y'all don't want to miss it. Let's continue to support each other, CPP members. Continue to support what we're doing because we're doing it in the interest of not only the country, but in support of Mr. Cummings. Again, I want to say to all of you who have followed me tonight, thank you so much for following the podcast. Thank you so much for being supportive. I appreciate your time. If you're on the Unapologetic page, I say thank you. I think there's 6 persons on Unapologetic watching. If you're on my personal page, there are about 80 plus persons on that page. I say thank you. There's not about 20 persons or 19 persons on my YouTube channel. I want to say thanks for following me tonight. I do appreciate all of you. Thank you for your time. On that note, my people, let's get ready to rock and roll. To all of our people in the diaspora who are leaving to go to Liberia, some of them who have already arrived, we say thanks for making the sacrifices. We say thanks for fighting for Mr. Cummings and a better Liberia, and I can't wait. On that note, my people, tell the people, I want to tell you next time that the CPP isn't working. Tell them Mr. Cummings is going to beat them one time. On that note, let me go ahead and present to you V-Cry. This is a debut of the newest NCCP music on the block. This is the boy V-Cry. And I'm telling you, man, Mr. Cummings is going to give it to them one time.
Charlie and Preston, face up. Elisana, face up one. Charlie and Preston, face up. One time we will be one time. One time Kumi will be there one time. Anything they do, we will be there. Anything they say, we will be there. Anywhere they go, we will be there. Anywhere they come, we will be there. Baba green, baba, yeah. CPP, baba green, baba, ah, Elisana Kumi, ya yo, ya, CPP, ya yo, ya.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is a boy Duke Estrada JJ. I want to say thanks for following me tonight. Oh my gosh. When it comes to the ANCCP business, we'll fire it up. But my people, whatever you're doing, let's continue to make the case for Mr. Cummings. I'm telling you, we're making gains on the ground. Look, I can't wait till I get on ground. The campaign is going to officially start on August 5th, I believe. And the people are willing and waiting to embrace the Cummings Bumpkin ticket. But this is the newest music from Vernon Carr, the Wave Your Flag guy. And I'm telling you, Alexander Cummings one round, one time. Here we go, V Cry. You're celebrate, man.
Development, go tough for us. Who help now? Go tough for us. Youth empowerment, go tough for us. Women empowerment, go tough for us. Lena tu oria tu, leke never to your tu. Lena tu oria tu, better for put up, but we still living on Kubacho. One crop for no crop for no, that we living on. Hey, fessa. Alexander Kumi, Fessa 1, Charlie and Frosty, Fessa 2. Alexander Kumi, Fessa 1, Charlie and Frosty, Fessa 2. Anywhere they go, we will be there. Anywhere they come, we will be there. Baba green, baba, yeah. CPP, Baba green, baba, Elisana Pumi ya yo ya eti CPP ya yo ya eti Elisana Pumi pepe Lina iore money they get it con the breaking Lina carry on corruption they stay one position away now I say your town, Babu, and his children, your town, all of your town, I tell you, your town, I say your town, all of your town, Babu, and his children, your town.
Your town over Paku and his children. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how I want to bring to an end another episode of Unapologetic, the Kickoff Show. Again, my name is Duke Estrada JJ. I'm going to leave you with something special. This has to do with something very important. I know a lot of you, you always complain and you say, but what Mr. Cummings will do for us now? And I want to kick this off tonight and share with you Cummings' plan for small business in Liberia. Let's go ahead, my people, and support the cause. You have a good night, and we're going to end with this one.
My people, you're hello. So we come back, we want to talk to y'all because we get message for y'all. So I talk to Mr. Cummings, and you know Alexander Cummings, the man where one get in a beach here to be president, so he will help all in the country. I talk to the man, and the man he get message for us. So the time I talk to him, I ask him, I say, Mr. Cummings, what kind of plan you get now for the market people there? The people there were doing market. He say, my son, the market people there, the way where they suffering in the country here, it made me feel bad. And what the man say, man say he feel bad. The way the market women there, the Yana boy there, the pen driver there, all the way they suffering, the man say it made him feel bad. But he get plan. The plan where he get, he say he want to help them. But we must help him, we vote for him, October, put him in the chair, he and number 2, the woman what we sit down next to him. Charlene Bronskin, the woman that lawyer. He say we must help them, they get in the chair, then they will help our people there. So he say he want to talk, I'm going to tell the people there where to Raleigh market, to Jokwita market, to Douala market. Whether you get small without market, you sitting down to Baby Mine Junction, or whether you to Carway, or you don't go to that market there where to look at two in Nema, you don't go there. You get you to the dry red market, or you Nyanabo, you to Warasa, you doing keke business, or you do motorcycle business, or he say all of y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all the plan where you get for you. So he say, okay, the market people there, he say you man, you making small better about market. He say he want help y'all, the market women there, that better ball market. He say he want you to get sharp. You move from doing the better ball, you get sharp. Then you going in front, and you going in front. You get from better ball to sharp, and good like that. Then he say the motorcycle driver there, do picking there where get motorcycle. He say when you get one motorcycle, when he president, he program, he plan where he get, you young boy, you must get 4 motorcycle. Then you hire other people, then you boss man. You selling to waterside market, you selling water market, you must try so you get your own shop. That the thing where the man talk. So people there, the business people there, they will be boss man for themselves. They play where they air, they must go in front. They hire other people so our country can go in front. That the thing he tell me, I say the thing the man talk, I say, che. I know hear people talk they 1 year or one get a program to do they 1 year. That good thing the man talk. Our business people there, he say, especially the women there, you want help there. You go to the bank will give you loan. The loan, you take it, you make your market big, you get shop, you get store, you travel to Dubai, you go to China, you go other place, you buy good, you bring it, you hire other people. The man say that the plan where you get. That good plan. Oh. Somebody say, yeah, I say, well, let me tell the people there, because the thing where the man talking, that big thing the man talking, and we got to help him to get in the chair, so he will help all. We our business will go in front. Me and my lay market, what I'm making here, are suffering. But when the man get there, I'm able to get shop. Then he help me, I get store. Then I hire some people there. Then that my way open so that the same thing I want for you. So that what the man say, I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Coming. I'm gonna help he and Charlene Bronsky, the number 2, what we say I'm next to him, be talking to him for our business. So I'm gonna help them to get in the chair. So that the good news what I bring, your market people there, you don't feel bad. You may get good plan for all. All right. Y'all, thank you.
Poverty was the responsibility of the CDC-led government to move them out of poverty. But as the CDC-led government was trying to move people out of poverty, you have exogenous factor coming through COVID, coming through a lot of different factor prices, international prices, the war on Ukraine, and different global dynamics that are very, very, that we because Liberia is in an island, so a lot of things we depend on through the international community or through the international markets. So
we are go, we are go, we are go, we tire, we are go, we are go, amen. Sevens are crying, no. Market women are crying, no. We are go. We tire, we are go. Innocent people are dying, yo. The students are staying home. We are go. We tire, we are go. We are go. We are go.
They reduce the rent for those who are that not even working but making ends meet can buy. So when the shop falls, you cannot again and support scarcity. You understand? So what needs to be done for all the parts? We have our responsibility as a citizen.
Go, 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 go. Yeah, we are go. We tire.